Omion paid off my daughter's entire medical bill anonymously, and the hospital could only tell me. It came from an account with no name attached, only a single initial. My daughter had spent 6 weeks in the NICU after being born 9 weeks early, and the bills, even with insurance, had climbed past $200,000 by the time she finally came home. I'd started picking up weekend shifts on top of my regular job, terrified of the collections calls that were already starting. Then, on an ordinary Thursday, the hospital's billing office called with news I genuinely thought was a mistake at first. Our entire remaining balance had been paid in full, not through insurance, not through a payment plan. A single wire transfer, arriving quietly overnight, covering every remaining cent. The billing coordinator could only tell me it came from a trust account identified simply as M. No further information, no contact details, just a note attached to the transfer that read, "For the little fighter, no need to know who." I spent weeks trying to figure it out, quietly asking family, co-workers, even our NICU nurses, if anyone had any idea who might have done something so enormous for us. Nobody knew anything. I nearly let it go entirely, grateful beyond words, but genuinely mystified. Then, at my daughter's 6-month checkup, an older nurse who'd worked our NICU unit pulled me aside, hesitant, glancing around before she spoke. She told me, carefully, that she probably shouldn't say anything at all, but she thought I deserved to know. Years earlier, before I ever worked with this hospital, a different tiny patient had spent almost 4 months in that exact same NICU. A boy who didn't make it, despite everyone's best efforts, despite a team that had fought for him every single day. His mother, devastated beyond words, had eventually gone back to school, built a modest but successful business over the following decade, and quietly began doing something almost nobody at the hospital knew about. Here's the twist that turned my gratitude into something I'll carry for the rest of my life. Every single year, on the anniversary of her son's passing, she anonymously pays off one struggling family's NICU bill in full, chosen at random from that same unit, using nothing but the initial of her son's name to sign the transfer. My daughter had been born entirely by coincidence, almost exactly on that anniversary. I never learned her full name. The hospital protected her privacy fiercely, exactly the way she clearly wanted it protected. I wrote her a letter anyway, handed to the same nurse, asking only that it reach her somehow. I told her about my daughter's first laugh, her first steps, right on schedule despite everything doctors had once worried about. I told her that her son, whoever he was, wherever he is now, gave my daughter a life free of the crushing debt that nearly broke us during her first 6 weeks on Earth. I don't know if she ever read it. I hope she did. Every year now, on that same date, my daughter and I bake a small cake together, just the two of us, for a boy we never met, whose mother turned unimaginable grief into a gift for a stranger's child. Some debts really can't be repaid. They can only be passed forward, quietly, to the next family who needs it most.